It's midsummer and the growing season is well underway. And whether you're having success with your garden or it's struggling a bit, there's one thing that all of us can grow really well without any effort at all: weeds. Even the best lawns and gardens have to contend with them. So today, and you can grow it, Garden Master Jim Duthie shows us a few common Idaho weeds that you might find in your yard and what you can do to control them.
Bindweed is a climbing or creeping perennial plant that's part of the morning glory family. This isn't the pretty variety that many gardeners grow on purpose. Instead, bindweed is a tough little vine spreading by seeds and roots through flower beds and shrubs and growing up fences and trellises. It has small, white, funnel-shaped flowers and arrowhead-shaped leaves. It will grow quickly to choke out other cultivated plants, and it's hard to get rid of. One plant can produce 500 seeds, which can remain viable in the soil for up to 50 years. And since the vine wraps around other plant stems and leaves, it's hard to remove. One of the best ways to control it is to use a thick layer of mulch in the garden or flower bed. Goat heads or puncture vine is a terror for bike tires and bare feet. This low-lying creeping plant spreads quickly to form a mat of leaves and lots of sharp little thorns, which are also the seed pod. If you've ever stepped on one barefooted, you know how painful they can be. This weed can sprout and grow to produce seeds within 2 or 3 weeks, and it continues to grow right up until the first freeze. The sharp seed pods can remain viable in the soil for up to 20 years. Weed killers are effective, but goat heads grow and spread quickly, so pulling them up by hand is most effective. Prickly lettuce is part of the daisy family and is the closest wild relative of cultivated lettuce. It grows almost anywhere, starting out as a cluster of edible pointed leaves, but soon those leaves develop sticky hairs. A quick-growing stem shoots about 2 to 4 feet tall, covered with sharp little spines. When broken, the stem leaks a milky white, sticky sap. Little pale yellow flowers bloom from July to the fall and produce small, cottony, wind-borne seeds. The best way to control it is by pulling it up, but be sure to wear some thick gloves. Oxalis, or wood sorrel, is a common weed found in most Idaho lawns and is often mistaken for clover. It can grow in the middle of an established lawn, but it's more likely to be found in poorly maintained lawns and flower beds. The leaves can be green, but are sometimes a bronze color. It's easy to pull up when the plant is small. Later on, when it begins to produce little yellow flowers, seed capsules will explode when touched, spreading seeds in every direction. Application of a broadleaf herbicide is usually effective. Spotted spurge is a dark green plant with red stems that grows low to the ground on a dense mat. It puts out a small pink flower, and it also produces a milky sap that can irritate the skin. Killing spurge is relatively easy, but the hard part is keeping it from coming back, since it has a very long taproot and the seeds are very hardy. Hand pulling is a good option for getting rid of spurge, but wear gloves to protect your skin from the sap. Even broken pieces of the plant will sprout new plants. Finally, poison hemlock is highly toxic and is considered a noxious weed in Idaho. Plants generally grow 3 to 6 feet tall and are in full bloom in Idaho right now. It easily spreads to overtake small fields and empty lots and can be identified by its fern-like leaves and clusters of creamy white little flowers. Poison hemlock also has red or purple streaks or spots along its stem, and it's called poison hemlock for a reason. Eating any part of the plant can prove fatal to people and domestic animals. The best way to get rid of it is to cut it down with a blade or a weed trimmer.
And many weeds in Idaho are non-native and are considered noxious and invasive. They can have harmful impacts to natural habitats and agriculture. For more information on these noxious weeds, check out the website for the Idaho Weed Awareness Campaign. We have a link to the site on KTVB.com.